Yeah, I need me a hustle to make my money triple double while working my 9 to 5. Got me a bag, but I wanna widen the size. Upgrade what I drive. Vroom, vroom. Money makers in the room. Watch your bank account bloom. Being broke, dead tune. Wanna make the money flip, stay tuned. The CHP. The Corporate Hustle Podcast. The Corporate Hustle Podcast. The Corporate Hustle Podcast. CHP. The Corporate Hustle Podcast. The Corporate Hustle Podcast. The Corporate Hustle Podcast. Hey, yo, check dig. You're now tuned in to the Corporate Hustle Podcast with your host, Demisha Samuels, the money flipper, the income accelerator, and head hustler at Corporate Hustle University. CHP. Corporate Hustle Podcast.
There we go. I'm off mute. Hey, you all. It's me, Demisha Samuels, CEO of Corporate Hustle University, where we turn working professionals into entrepreneurs, getting this corporate money inside and outside of corporate America. Welcome to our quick little lunch and learn here on this Monday morning. It's Monday. We should be excited. We should be crunk because Mondays are what? Money Mondays. It's all about having a plan to make money today. Today, if you don't know, I'm going to be talking about 5 ways to build your community, because when you launch, you need an audience. You need someone to talk to. If you want to go into details about 6-figure strategy launches that I've been present to, that I worked on inside and outside of corporate America, I'm going to be talking about it for 5 days straight. Grab a complimentary seat in the Launch to Profit 5-day challenge. You just go to launchtoprofit.com. You sign up. You get all the emails, all the details, all the information on how you can build out your 6-figure launch strategy. So, having said that, I'm going to get right into it, because I know you guys should be working hard, whether it's on your brand, whether it's on your business, whether it's on your family, whether it's on your kids, whether it's on your job on this good Monday afternoon. So 5 ways to build your community. So let me tell y'all a quick story though about community. I struggled in the beginning of my entrepreneur journey about wanting to build a community. I thought, you just put it out there and people will buy it. Just put product out there. People need this product, so they're going to buy it. But listen, you need your community. You need your ride or diers. You know how they say it takes a village to to raise a child? It takes a village to raise a business. Okay, you cannot be out here single parent or even a dual parent home. You need an entire village to make sure that your brand is profitable. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to define what your brand is and what it stands for. So what is your brand? I like the word hustle. I like corporate money. I like getting money, period. When I'm sleep money, awake money. So over here in my community, we talk about ways to get money, ways to secure the bag, ways to increase our money, flip our money, right? That's what my brand stands for. Why? It's not because we love money though over here. Here's the thing. Define what it is and what it stands for. It's not that we love money here, but everything that we love is impacted by money. So that is what my brand stands for. The reason that I want to make sure that women and some men are out here getting money in any economic condition is because everything that I love is impacted by money. And I don't like things that I love to be victim to something that I can control. Money is something that I can control. It is a resource. It does what you command it to do, right? And so I'm not going to let things I love be under the influence of something that I know that I can control with the right and proper information, strategy, and implement it, right? So what does your brand stand for? I would love for you either to let me know in the comments, let me know later on once you think about it, but what does your brand stand for? And let's define it, because corporate hustle doesn't mean we're out here all over the place. It means that we are strategically out here working our 9 to 5s, making sure that our bills are paid. And at the same time, we are building a brand and business that we love, that is purposeful, that is impactful, that is meaningful, right? And that's where corporate hustle was derived from, what it stands for, and why I stand by it. All right. So for you in your community, when you're building it, I need you to do the same thing. Define what it is. Do not let other people define you. You define what it is, what it stands for, and what it's going to be about, right? So that's the first thing when you're building your community. Now, where is your community and what is the best way to communicate with them? So, although you want to be where you love to show up, and I do think that that should be where you start, you have to know where your community is. Is your community on LinkedIn? Is your community on Facebook? Are they on TikTok? Are they on Instagram? And your community might be in all those places, but where best can you communicate with them is what you're seeking for. So you need the perfect marriage of where my community is and where I can communicate with them at. Right? You need these two things to come together and actually, you know, strategically. And we go into details about that during the challenge. So if you struggle with that of knowing where your community is or what's the best way to communicate with them, because some people written, right? Some you might have a community that loves to just read what you're saying, video, audio. There are different ways to communicate with people, right? Podcasts, right? I have it all, but you have to find what your niche would like, what your community would like. How do they want you to show up? Where do they want you to show up and give them this information? Because if your community, let's say you had a business that was built on gossip, like, a lot of brands are, like a TMZ, you don't show up on LinkedIn because nobody goes like, you know what, I want to know the gossip of the day. So let me go show up on LinkedIn to get all the gossip. Right? No. Now, the same people who want the gossip are on LinkedIn, but when they're going to go look for the gossip, they don't go on LinkedIn. They might come right here to this Facebook. They might go to their Instagram feeds, but they're not doing that. If you just want to mindlessly get information, right? YouTube, let's see, not YouTube. You might be on TikTok just mindlessly scrolling away, right? So if you have a product or service-based business, then you know what? Me popping up in their feed on TikTok would work. But let's say you're something that people Google. They Google it. That they're out there doing that. Then you might be on YouTube because people love to search there. So just find where your community is and what's the best way to communicate with them. And again, I'll be there. You'll personally get me for 5 days in the Launch to Profit Challenge. So if you're not signed up, go to launchtoprofit.com. The third thing is to make being a part of your community mean something. Being a part of your community has to mean something to them. It has to be, like a thing that they look forward to, right? People love to belong to things that have purpose and meaning behind it. Even if they're not doing in their everyday lives, them knowing that they're a part of something that is doing in their everyday lives works. An example of this is when I think of my sorority. Everybody in my sorority doesn't do service, but they're very proud that we do service, right? Everybody doesn't take care of the youth, but they're very proud of the youth, right? So being attached to something, being a part of community, you have to make it mean something. Here in the Corporate Hustle University, we're going to start having Corporate Hustler of the Week, right? Because I want you guys to know and feel that it's important where you are now, where you are in your journey now, and we're going to celebrate that, right? So find ways to make it meaningful. Give them their own names. Like I call you guys Corporate Hustlers, right? Beyonce, we the Beehive, right? Cardi, whatever they call the Cardi people. I forgot what they call, but this, Meg the Stallions, whatever, right? Make sure that your people have a name or some way they identify with themselves. The Glamaholics, for those who buy glam bags, we're Glamaholics. But it gives them a sense of belonging. It makes them want to keep coming back around again, right? So that's the third thing. All right. The next thing is you must get them engaged. You got to get them talking. So you got to be able to create an environment in which they talk even when you're not around. So they're either giving each other advice, high fives, likes, starting conversations, being out here, right? You want your community to be engaged with each other, to get to know each other, to get to know you. So they're talking on your posts, joining your lives, which I appreciate you guys joining my lives, asking the questions so that you know what information they need. If you guys don't tell me what you need and why you're not launching your businesses or why you're not growing your brands, then I won't be able to help. I won't be able to go get you the resources, the questions, answers, the experts, and bring them to you if I don't have you engaged. So you need to make sure that you stay engaging with them, right? Okay. Providing that feedback is critical. You need them to give you the energy, give you the feedback. All right. And this is the last one. And to me, this is for my working professionals, for those who have, other people that they care about in their lives, whether that's husbands, children's, your caretakers, whatever that may be. You have to find a way to get consistent. You have to find a way consistent. The best way I can tell you this is if you think about the stories, right? General Hospital, One Life to Live, all of those, they come on every single day. every single day, Monday through Friday, at a certain set in time and place. And they have built legions of fans through the years, through the decades. Okay. Why? Not because their stories and their plots be that good. They don't even be that good all the time. The acting sometimes be horrible, but they're consistent. People know that they will be there. People know that they can count on that particular time and place and setting, right? And you have to get that as well with your community. People have to know that they will be able to find you. You will show up for them at whatever time frame that looks like for consistency, but they need to know that you will be there. That's what consistency builds. It builds that trust. They know you, right? And they know that they can count on you to get their answers, to get what they need done, right? And so that is just really important when you're growing them. Now, during the challenge, I'm gonna get into and remind me, for those of you join the challenge, get into the people that are in your communities, because everybody in your community is not always a buyer. Everybody in your community is, not always a supporter. Everybody in your community is not always, uh, have the same role. There are different roles in your community, and you need them all to thrive. And we'll get into that in the challenge, right? Because that takes us, really going back and forth and talking about it. This was a quick lunch and learn because I wanted you guys to get out here right before your lunch breaks to start thinking about 5 ways that you can start building your community, where you're going to build your community, so that when you come to the launch, when you come to the challenge next week, hopefully you guys are all joining launch2profit.com. You're going there. Send it to a biz bestie if you need to. But when you're in there, I want you to already have this mindset of, where's my audience? Where's my money? Basically, one of my mentors always say that. Who got my money? Right? Who got your money? Right? Where are they? And that's just critical. If you have any questions about branding, launching, starting your businesses, excuse me, productivity and all those things, be sure to leave it in the comment. Even if you check this later on, #replay-viewer. I will answer still, even when you catch these on a replay. If you think of a question later on, just pop it in the chat and I'm here for you. Again, I know there's a small delay, so I'll wait to make sure I don't see any questions in the comments. And I'll wait a few seconds. I'll do a little dance while I wait. I'm on 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think that takes care of the delay. So again, I don't see any questions, but leave them later on. I appreciate you guys for joining. Be sure to go to launch2profit.com and sign up for the complimentary 5-day challenge. We get it in. We're creating these 6-figure launch strategies, and I want to see you there. Talk to you guys soon.